clock. Man, got it up.
You have a food and glass, sir?
No problem.
So you have parade food?
We have it.
You have it.
Bless up everybody, this is Adrian lately, and there's a story I want to bring to your attention for a specific reason, and it's regarding the crab circle. And it's not about the original events that happened at Crab Circle with Alice, who decided to relieve herself at the area that she prepares the food. It's really about law in Jamaica and the situation in which we live in. And I wanted to highlight this situation because I did a video the other day talking about how men are treated in our society and how women are treated in our society. Now, it's not a complaint about how women are treated, but it's more of an understanding that men have a more difficult disposition when it comes to what is expected of them in this world of equality. What I'm of course speaking of is the 3 men who were arrested and charged after they were accused of impersonating public health officers. And of course, these men were smart enough to record their dressing up as health officers and posting the video of them interacting with the public. They posted this on YouTube. Now, I may have done a lot of dumb things. I mean, I post a lot of things on YouTube, but breaking the law, I would have second thoughts about that. I don't know what these men were thinking, but in the case, what happened is that after the incident with Alice happened, the government did some kind of training and some bogus implementation of measures that would enable the crab circle to open back. So when they were opening back the crab circle, they had a function to say, okay, the crab circle is going to be open, and these are the things that are going to happen here. Of course, they said that Alice is not supposed to return there, which is good. Now, these young men went to that function and actually passed themselves off as health officers, speaking to the vendors, looking at the vendors' shops, and to the extent that they were invited on stage to address the audience.
As big health inspector, we are not on the program, so I decided to fix it. So I have to step up and go over to the host and let him know and convince him and let him know that we will not rest. We will not sleep. It is not constitutional for us not to be on the program.
Now, impersonation of government officers, government employees is a very serious offense. It is a breach of public trust. Anybody can dress up as a government officer and have access to areas or people that they wouldn't normally have access to. There's a trust that comes with seeing you as a government entity or a government employee. So it is a very serious issue. It is very serious, and of course demands swift and equally serious judgment. But it was a newspaper article that I saw, the News Observer News, December 20, 2023, right? Where it says they charged O. Harris, A. Smart, and K. Gray with breaches of the Profession Supplementary to Medicine Act. Of course, I support the law where law is concerned, because of course injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. But it was the last section of that article where it says the Jamaica Constabulary Force said it takes such acts of impersonation and the breach of public trust very seriously. Now, this is where I was concerned about what they really take seriously. Because the reason why those young men were at Crab Circle doing what they were doing was because of a breach of public trust by Alice. Now, where is this serious? Where is them taking this breach of public trust very seriously? Where Alice was concerned. Because, as I remember, after that situation with Alice, there wasn't even talk about arresting Alice. Was no thought about bringing justice to Alice. And to this day, Alice has only offered an apology. And it may have been a forced apology also, because she never seemed remorseful about what she did. And that in itself is a very serious breach of public trust. Of course, Alice would have had her food handler's permit. Alice would have had years of experience at this location. Alice would have had her customers. And to do what she did in relieving herself at her place of business, where she prepares food and other things like that, I cannot see how there can be a bigger breach of trust. Because there's no customer that would accept that, yes, she does this. Everyone who patronizes Alice expects a certain level of hygiene, a certain level of respect for at least respect the money that they're paying, at least respecting they are spending money with her. But it just goes to show that there's a lot of things that a woman will get away with that a man, for doing the same thing, will be seriously chastised. And it's not from a lack of understanding, because we do live in a developing country, and in a developing country there are things that fall through the cracks. It's growing pains. You're trying to figure out what is urgent and what is a serious matter to address. So what happens is that a lot of things fall through the cracks. People die for laws to change. A lot of laws aren't in place until something serious happens. And that's what happens in a developing country. But bad enough as that is, if there's not a level playing field, how can the country advance? And if the men who are expected to build the country are being disadvantaged, then how will the country grow? And I'm not saying that these young men should not be punished or not be chastised for what they did. But what I am saying is that there should be an even playing field. So if they are being punished and chastised for what they did, it is only right that Alice be chastised and punished for what she did. Is it punishment enough for her to say, sorry, Jamaica, I'm sorry? And what are we saying about men in Jamaica if you can see a woman doing the same thing that the man did, and the woman is just allowed to say sorry and nothing happens, and the man is punished? Because as small as this issue is, it is evident in bigger issues. But anyway, people, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get videos as soon as they are released.